You walk into a room you have never seen in your life. And yet, somehow, you know you have been here before. Every detail, the light, the smell, the exact angle of the chair against the wall. You have not, but your brain insists with absolute certainty that you have. This strange flicker of recognition has a name and a centuries-long mystery. The French called it déjà vu, already seen, two simple words for one impossible feeling. Around 60 to 70% of people report experiencing it at least once. And for nearly 2 centuries, no scientist could explain why it happens. In 1876, a French philosopher used the phrase in a letter to a journal. Émile Boirac, writing to the Revue Philosophique, wondered aloud what this feeling could be. He posed it as a question, not an answer. Was it memory or something stranger? Spiritualists of the era claimed it proved past lives or glimpses of dreams forgotten. Science wouldn't seriously touch the question for nearly 50 more years. Then, in clinics across Europe, neurologists began noticing a pattern in their patients. People with temporal lobe epilepsy described intense déjà vu in the seconds before seizures. The feeling wasn't mystical. It was a symptom, a warning flare from the brain. A signal from a misfiring region near the temple, just above the ear. In the 1950s, one neurosurgeon decided to test that region directly. Wilder Penfield, at the Montreal Neurological Institute, was mapping the human cortex. His patients were awake during surgery, the skull open, the brain exposed and silent. He touched the temporal lobe with a small electrode, gently delivering an electrical pulse. Suddenly, patients reported vivid, intense déjà vu, summoned on demand from a wire. Some described whole scenes replaying, as if a hidden memory had been switched on. Penfield had found the geography of the feeling. The temporal lobe was the door. But knowing where it lived didn't explain why healthy brains produce it too. Fast forward to 2012. A cognitive psychologist designed an experiment to trigger it deliberately. Cleary built virtual reality rooms that shared the same spatial layout but different objects. Subjects toured one room, then later entered a second, secretly identical in structure. Consciously, they couldn't remember the first room at all. The decor was different. But many reported a sudden, powerful sense of déjà vu in the matched scenes. Her studies showed the effect was reliable. Spatial similarity reliably triggered the feeling. She called it familiarity without recognition. The pattern matches, the source does not. Your brain detects that something fits a stored pattern in its vast memory archive. But it can't retrieve the source, the original room, the actual past experience. So it does something strange. It labels the entire new moment as old. A small short circuit in the recognition system, firing the feeling before the fact. For decades, researchers settled on this answer. Déjà vu was a memory error. A misfire, a bug, a short circuit between the parts of the brain that remember. But recent research suggests this story may be incomplete. Déjà vu may not be a memory error. At all, it may be your brain checking itself. In 2016, researcher Akira O'Connor at the University of St. Andrews scanned brains mid-déjà vu. The memory regions showed less activation. The frontal lobes, the decision makers, showed more. His team proposed déjà vu happens when the brain audits its own memory signals. It's the moment your mind says, wait, that familiarity feeling, is it real? The flicker you feel isn't error. It's the audit running in conscious awareness. People in their 20s report déjà vu most often. The rate drops with age. Researchers think this reflects more active memory checking systems in younger brains. Older brains may simply audit less often. Fewer false alarms, fewer flickers. Stress, fatigue, and travel also raise the odds. Novelty wakes the checker up. So the next time you walk into a room and feel certain you've been there, pause for a moment. That uncanny shiver isn't a memory of a past life. It isn't a glitch, a misfire, or proof of anything supernatural at all. It may be the sound of your mind doing its quietest, strangest job, fact-checking itself,